Hey, what's good, guys? It's Seth from Ascend22.com. So the stock market bounce has been a total failure. So in this video, let's look at what is likely to happen in the upcoming week to be prepared for the week ahead of us. So last week, as the tension between Russia and Ukraine started getting worse, we see that the S&P 500 index double tapped around the 618 Fibonacci retracement level. So we have the first tap right here, and we have the second tap right there. And we see that this is right in line with the 618 Fibonacci retracement level, which is around 4,590 points. And we see that as we fell from the top, we fell from this double tap, and the price got below the point of control on the VPVR. The point of control on the VPVR is right around 4,508 points. And so this is the point of control is this red line over here on the chart. We see that as price fell below this point of control line, right, the bears took control of the market, and now with the bears in control, they are pushing the market down in a downtrend. And so things are definitely looking bad for the S&P 500 at the moment and the stock market in general. Other than the double top pattern, we have another pattern on the chart. We have this ascending channel pattern. I mentioned this pattern last time in my previous video, and I said this pattern is usually a bearish pattern. And we see the bearish behavior in the market at the moment as the bears are pushing the market down, right? But there's also another pattern on the chart. So let me get rid of these lines over here, and let me point out that pattern as well. So we have another pattern on the chart. We have this head and shoulder pattern. So we have this left shoulder right here, we have the head, and we have the right shoulder, right? So far there are about 3 patterns on the chart that are all bearish signs. We had the double top pattern. The double top pattern, that was a bearish sign. We also had the ascending channel pattern, which is also a bearish sign. And now we have the head and shoulder pattern as well. The neck of the head and shoulder pattern is right around 4,300 points. If we break below 4,300 points, then it's highly likely we'll probably get a bounce around 4,200. If 4,200 does not hold as support, last time we got a support around 4,200. If it does not hold as support and we do not bounce from 4,200, then things could get even worse for the S&P 500 index, right? So in case we do break below 4,200, which I am leaning towards that. I'm leaning towards us breaking below 4,200 since the tension between Russia and Ukraine is even getting worse, right? So in case we break below 4,200, the next support line that I'm watching is in the daily time frame. Let me go to the daily time frame, and then let me bring up the VPVR. And with the VPVR on the chart, we see that in case we break below 4,200 over here, this 4,200 line, then we see from the VPVR that there's not a lot of volume between 4,200 and 4,000 points, right? So the next major support line is around 4,000 points, right? So in case we break below 4,200, then the next support line that we definitely want to watch is around 4,000 points for the S&P 500 index. We see that a lot of volume were traded around 4,000 points. So that will be the next support line that I'll be watching in case we break below 4,200. But like I said before, I am expecting a little bit of a bounce around 4,200, but there's also the possibility we push lower if the tension between Russia and Ukraine gets worse. So as we saw from the chart, there are 3 patterns on the chart that are all bearish signs. We had the double top pattern, we had the head and shoulder pattern, and we had the ascending channel pattern, which are all bearish signs. So I am leaning more towards further downside in the stock market until we hit about 4,200 points, where I do think we will get some bounce around that point. But in case the tension between Russia and Ukraine gets worse, then it is highly possible that we see even further downside until we hit about 4,000 points. So I'm watching the 4,200 points and the 4,000 points for the upcoming week. But it's possible that we get a little bit of a bounce around 4,200. But make sure to help our brother out now. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. My name is Seth, and I make crypto content, and I cover the stock market since it also affects the crypto market as well. So if that's something you are interested in, then definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications as well.